Welcome to the Crystal Zen podcast. I believe our bodies are a living map of the entire universe. All the answers reside within. Remember, you are sovereign, whole, and infinitely valuable. And the best gift we can give to the world is our own healing. Join me as we explore holistic tools, spiritual practices, and paradigms that are shifting the way people experience life, business, and relationships. I love to share education on the most recent medical research and cutting-edge technology on anatomy, neurology, trauma, development, and more to give us a foundation in understanding how to align, utilize, and upregulate our physical systems. Ultimately, this podcast is a witness and support to people on their journey of remembering, an inspiration for all of us to keep going, and a reminder that we are not alone. Well, welcome to the Crystal Zen podcast. Thank you for being here. Today I have Axay Shah visiting, and he's the author of In Nature We Trust, a Raw Food Manifesto for Energy Healing and Longevity. Welcome.
Thank you, Crystal, for inviting me.
Well, I'm super excited to talk to you about this because some of the things I was reading, I really want to incorporate into my life. And so I'm excited to ask you these questions. Right at the beginning of my podcast, because of the nature of what I do in my listeners, we just take 30 seconds to do a short meditation, if you're willing to join us for that.
Sure.
Thank you. Okay, so some of us, it may be the middle of the day when we're listening, it may be first thing in the morning. Regardless, maybe we haven't had a minute to reset or take for ourselves today. So if you're in a place where it's safe to do so, close your eyes. Observe your first breath. And then just notice how your body is moving as you inhale and exhale. Are there any places that you're unnecessarily holding tension? And are there spaces or places you can expand into to connect with your intuition, your heart, your inner knowing? And then press down into the earth, any parts of your body that are in contact with the seat or the floor beneath you. Let that feel heavy and cultivate a wave of trust and belonging as it washes from your head to your feet. Just knowing that we're all exactly where we're meant to be today. And then when you feel complete, go ahead and consider coming back. Maybe a deeper inhale, blinking the eyes open. I like to notice a settling, and oftentimes for me, it's a little bit of a rearranging of priorities. Oh, thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you. Well, I was wondering if you want to start with anything else that you want us to know about you, about your business background or titles you hold, or an introduction.
Well, basically, I'm a businessman. I'm not a doctor, I'm not nutritionist, but I'm very much into health and wellness. And I had no issue at age 50, but I was curious to understand why have a lack of energy. And that is the one drive me to the nature, and nature guided me. Mother Nature gave me all the information, and that happened in 2009, December 5th. And then till today, I am on the plant based raw food.
All raw food, plant-based raw food since 2009. And this is just so fascinating as I was reading through some of your material, because I have heard before intuitive eating, and I do know a little bit about Ayurveda. So I'm excited to get into that. I wonder if you'd be willing to expand on that energetic bankruptcy moment. What was it that actually made you realize in 2009? Like, what were you experiencing that you decided you needed such a change of direction?
So, Crystal, at the birth, we start making our energy. The whole life, our body creates energy for us. And at the end, body ceases to create energy, and that's the end of the story. So, and that is reality, right? Now, when energy is so important, why we don't understand how we can create energy, how we can conserve the energy, how we can use it on demand, what is the best fuel to create energy. Once you understand all this equation, there is abundance of energy. It is like this: to survive in real world, we need money. Money is energy. So if you have abundance of money, now you can do whatever you want. You don't have to cut corner anywhere. You can go on vacation. You can go to the best musical show. You can go to the whatever you need. You can wear best clothes, best car, shoes, whatever the nice thing you need, you think appropriate, you can get it, because you don't have to worry about money because you already created lot of money. Same way in our body, if our body produces a lot of energy, body can take care of itself. Now you don't need unnecessary all those supplements. You don't need those fake all those shake, this shake and that shake and whatever. And you are always in a life with the positive thinking, positive way of lifestyle. You have always good energy to do everything, not only just to survive. Surviving, any animal can survive, but as a higher animal, we have that intelligence, that how we can create the energy, how we can save the energy, and then on demand how we can use it. That is the whole equation. And most of the people, we human got screwed up to create the energy and to understand the equation of energy. Even in my book, everywhere I said life is energy, energy is life. And luckily, if you even search this quote on Google, they will attribute to me. So it is that important. And as I said, we as a human screwed up. So now is the time to get back to nature, to get back to our original, the way we used to create energy.
Mm. That makes so much sense, especially in the world that I operate in, because we know everything is vibration, and vibration is energy, and we just have to know how to use that. We have to be educated, and understand that. So, as far as the food goes, this might be the time for a great question. What I was reading about was raw food in its form, in the natural form of nature, has more phytonutrients and just more available energy to us. Could you explain more about that?
So, raw food has a life. And for our life, we need the life. All cooked food is dead food. Let me give you an example. If you have a small seed, any kind of seed, or legumes, or any grains, if you put it on a soil, and if there is enough water and sunshine, it will start sprouting and then it will bloom and may become a plant or tree. So the life, the potential of life was there in that small seed. What happens once you cook it? That life, you kill the life. Now, no matter how much fertilizer you put, how much miracle grow you throw, it's not going to grow at all. Zero potentiality of the growing plant out of that cooked seed. So what happened? The life force in that particular seed is gone. So what I'm trying to say, if you want to get proper energy, try to start consuming plant-based raw food and see how much energy you get. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be, in a medical field, and not to worry about all phytonutrients and everything. That doesn't matter anything. The horse and the cow and the birds and the fish, they don't know nothing. They don't have to go to school and college and to hospital and to doctor and to understand what is food. They know exactly what is food, and they know exactly what which food is not for them. They are so hardwired intelligence in them, and we also had that. We as an intelligent animal, we had that, but we screwed it up. So what I'm trying to say, surrender to nature. Nature will guide you. Nature will tell you what to eat, what not to eat. For my understanding, plant based raw food is the right source of energy. And I will tell you why it is so important. So let's say if you have a car, and in your car it is designed for gasoline. So now you don't want to use just low grade gasoline, not 87. You maybe try to 89 or maybe 92 octane, and so better fuel, better performance. On other hand, let's say if it is gasoline, you don't want to put diesel in there, and you of course you cannot charge with the electric. And so vice versa, if it is electric car, you cannot put gasoline in there. Whatever the machine is designed, if you give that particular proper fuel, the machine will perform well. In this machine, Mother Nature created this body. This machine require only and only plant-based raw food. Now we, as a human, we eat cooked food, we eat even animal food. Everything is happened because of the evolution, and it worked then. It was okay then, and it because of that we actually survive. Otherwise, we would have also wiped out like dinosaur. But because of our adaptation of at that time current situation to eat meat, to eat cooked food, and that was a blessing that time, that hey, we adapted and that's the reason we survived. But by doing that, that maybe many millennia back, and that changed our behavior. Now our understanding for food got, we are the only species on this planet is so confused about food. Every other animal, bird, seed, insect, They know exactly what to eat, how to get it. Honeybee knows, just go to the flower and get the nectar. They don't go anywhere else. Right from the birth, they know how they get this intelligence. Why they don't go and sit on your pizza or banana? So this is what it is. We as a human got screwed up so badly, and now it is the other industry is taking advantage of it. The food industry, the medical industry, the pharmaceutical industry is taking advantage of the ignorance about the food to the human species, and human is the only one is suffering so much as far as the health is concerned.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it sounds like our intelligence and our adaptation is a blessing and a curse because we can and have been able to survive certain things, and use the various foods to survive. And we have our intelligence, but that's also a curse because we can't remember how to get back to nature, like you said. And it seems so simple and obvious when you explain it that way. And I'm curious what you think the major things that get in the way of us remembering that are. And I know you mentioned the industry takes advantage of us. Yes, there are lots of ways we can look at it and say we were taught when we're kids, or these industries take advantage and they make things so enticing and we don't understand. And we do have that innate intelligence. We do have that intuition. One time I took this course, and part of the beginning of the course to get back into our intuition, it was one of the very first things we ever did was intentional eating. And so we would like take a nut, you know what I'm talking about, observe it, feel it, get to know it, put it in your mouth, but don't swallow it, and all of that. And it was such a mind opening experience for me about just simply not paying attention. And so there are some things I'm thinking of, but I wonder what you think are really the blockages. What's really getting in our way that we're not just naturally, like my
So
kid does this, right? She's like naturally like, I would rather have the raw pepper from the garden than the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like I think kids have a better connection to that intuition. But for us, what is getting in our way? Why is it so hard?
it is what happened. It is nobody's fault.
Yeah.
You are who you are. Your hair, your eye, your skin, your body, your nose, your mouth, everything, you got it from your ancestor, including the memory. So this is we are getting from our ancestor. In our ancestor, they lived that life, and I'm not blaming them. They did the right thing. At that time, it was necessary to survive. If they would have not done adopted this kind of lifestyle, they would have been wiped out. Our existence was not even possible. They survived, they thrived, and today we are here. But here, one thing is very important to note. At that time, whatever was important and they adopted, it was like a blessing. Same thing is a curse today. The word you use is correct word, curse. The reason is at that time food was in scarcity. Food was not available that abundant. It's like supply of food was it really is like people have to walk 10 mile, 5 mile, 20 mile to get the food now. And there is no certainty that you are going to get the food, and even if you get the food, somebody is going to snatch it. So food was in scarcity, and now food is abundance. Food supply is 24/7, 365. You open there was no house even that time. Now you have a house, you have a refrigerator, you have a continuous supply of the food. There is no food scarcity. Even the poorest country in the world have kind of supply. So we as a human got screwed up with the old memory that we have to eat no matter what. If you see the food, just eat.
Yeah.
That was the memory. I mean, that was the good behavior at that time, because at that time food was in scarcity. So we have to correct this. This malfunction of our memory happened because at that time, and this is not only for a couple of hundred, this is many millennia, it's like this. So when we started using fire, they says, half a million year back, humans started using it. But actually, the humans started using fire for cooking is just last 50,000 year plus something, plus and minus. I have not very great detailed study on this, but that's what people says. I accept it. I'm not worried about plus minus years. But the reason is at that time it was necessary to survive, and they did the right thing. But at today's world, our intelligence, our rational mind should think about it before anything you put in your mouth, whether this is going to hurt you or this is going to help you. If it is going to hurt you as a rational person, why you want to eat? Anything, if you think it is, and so you said is the intentional eating, and I say, and it is kind of little gross, but I will say anyway. I say to people, if you are not eating with the intention, you are nothing more than poop making machine. So you give the meaning to the life. It is, what is your life? If you think that your life is important, and your life, this is the only life on this planet you have, do you want to go in or stay in a hospital for years and months and days, or you want to enjoy the life as much as possible? The potentiality of the life is there if you keep your body healthy. If your body is not healthy, $1 million in your bank is useless, because now you cannot walk, you cannot talk, you cannot do, you cannot even think. I have one person, my friend, childhood friend, he is now suffering with a little mental issue, and he has a lot of money. But he himself says, Akshay, I don't understand. I go somewhere and then I forget where I am. He has to call somebody to take him to the home back. This mental issue because of never took care of the body. Now, body is going to tell you, okay, you abused me, now I'm going to abuse you.
Yeah. That seems to be the way of it. And I just love how it sounds like what you're saying is it's a sacred relationship with our food and even expands into just life. It's important, and there's a more sacred relationship, an intentional relationship we can have with life now. We have the blessing and the privilege to be able to ask those questions. Is this good for me? Is this healthy? Is this the energy exchange that I want? Is this how I want to participate in life, even just for the moment, never mind your health later, but even just for being ethical and present in the moment. And the food is the biggest thing we do. I noticed I did a 5-day fast twice last year, just, for a lot of reasons, spiritually, health. And the first thing I noticed was how much time we spend surrounding food and what we're going to consume. I felt like I had 10 lifetimes in those 5 days. And so I just love what you're saying about all of that time can be spent with just a more sacred relationship. And I did want to go there next. What you just said about your friend with the health issues is disease, or how a lot of times we like to talk about it as dis-ease. There's something wrong in the body. And the way you mention it in your book, too, is if you leave the body alone, right? The body knows how to heal itself if we get out of the way. So, could you talk more about disease and what you've noticed in your body? You keep mentioning your own labs too, just eating like this. So, I really want to hear about the disease aspect from you.
So, of course, adding raw food is the one thing, but more important is deducting the toxicity in the body. The toxicity is the body is the hurdle for body to heal. Body needs energy first of all to heal. If you, I give comparison analogy that let's say in your city, if the city have a good revenue, city is well maintained. Now there is no pothole on the roads. The garbage is cleaned. Is there is no garbage on the street or in the corners. There is a lot of recreational, things there, parks there, water, electricity, everything is good. Police is there, no crime. School is there. Uh, all the rides, parking space, everything is wonderful. Why? Because city has lot of money to spread that and make it all good. Now think otherwise. If city has no not that much money, no revenue, now cut down everything. Cut down police, cut down schooling, cut down park, everything. Now there is a potholes on the street, a lot of accidents. The life is not that good in that city if the revenue is not there. Our body is exactly same. If you have enough energy, now you not only any animal can survive. We don't want to just survive. We want to thrive. We want to do little better in our life. We want to give some meaning to the life. Now, if you don't have energy, then your body is first of all it is very important to understand your brain is using 25% of the energy what you create. Now, even if you don't do nothing, if you're just sitting on the couch, still your brain is going to consume that much energy to function. So brain gets first priority. Second priority is your heart. These two things is making your body continuously, survive. And once you don't have that energy, so what is going to happen is rationing of the energy now. Your instead 100% energy goes to your brain, is cut down to 80%. And then, heart also like that. And then whatever left over, rest of the organs get that energy. But if you have enough energy, now there is no cut down. So your brain get maximum whatever the requirement is getting that. Your heart is getting that. Your lung is getting. Your kidney is getting. Your liver is everything is getting enough energy to clean and maintain and heal. Because every day when we work, when we even breathe, there is the machine is working 24/7, 365. So need repair. Our cells are dying, millions of cells dying every day. From where it's going to regenerate? So everything require energy. So this is what I understand is, hey, if you first of all, if you are, do you want to be rich? Everybody wants to be rich, making money. They understand money is very powerful. Money makes people happy, but that is one misunderstanding. Only money cannot make you happy. You need your body in shape, your brain in shape, so that now you comprehend, you understand the life around you, yourself, and the whole world, whole planet, whole universe. Now you understanding, now is a little bit spiritual stuff, that you understand that, hey, I am the part of this universe. and whole universe is working very well. The stars and the sun and the, our earth and everything is working so well. Only thing is not working well, it ourself. So align with the nature. If you're in your car, if one tire is not aligned, your whole car is screwed up. So if all tires are aligned properly, not only the life of the tire is well, but the life of the car is also well. So alignment, I see this, we are the part of the universe. That you have to accept first. If you don't accept that, then the story ends there. There is no further discussion required. So I mean, this is the kind of understanding people have to have it. And this is not something I said, or this is not something you said, Crystal. This is universal fact. But this universal fact is, we are so much, there are so many things around us, so we don't see that clearly. And once you don't see that clearly, you are digressed to the your journey, where you don't have to go there. Your destination is somewhere else, but now because of all the detour you took and you got lost, now your journey is screwed up.
Yeah.
That's what happened to my friend. And that is exactly, it's like he abused. He was smoking, he was drinking heavily, and all in the when you are young, you have money, you think you are invincible, nothing is going to happen. You just do that stuff which is not, you're supposed to do it. So
Yeah.
that is what happens to everybody. I was also one of them. Okay, at age 50, up to age 50, I was eating like a pig. Literally, whatever I see, I used to eat. Come on, it's like there is mindless eating. And because I didn't have that knowledge, I didn't have that awareness, but Mother Nature call, I see this is, I'm not something special. I'm not something, genius or something. This is the call from Mother Nature. And luckily, I was doing even when I was very young. Very young. Had no knowledge about health. I had no knowledge about anything, but that curiosity to the body and life. At age 15, I ate whole month salad. Nothing but salad. Whole month, 30 days. And that experimentation on my life, on myself, on my body, I wanted to see what happens if I eat this. And there was no, for 15, 17, you are so young. You want to, just do everything, every crazy thing. But I did this crazy thing. Even I 1 month I ate nothing but mung beans, even the cook one, but mung beans. I lost 10 kilo, that is 22 pound in 1 month. I was kind of little chubbier.
Wow.
So I was not obese or anything, but yeah, I can say it's little chubbier. And then I lost that, but I didn't do it to lose. I wanted to just see. But that gave me the good discipline.
Yes.
Because
When you are in 1 month, you made the rule, and now you are doing it. You don't want to, you don't want to just neglect it, or you don't want to just cheat yourself. So I had that discipline, and that discipline helped me in 2009 when I thought about it. This is also came as a gift to me.
That's beautiful. I want to highlight a couple things you said before you go on with the story because I want to hear this part, and I'm hoping you'll tell the listeners about that moment at the dinner table and using yourself as the case study for the energy is amazing. There's a lot of South American practices that I have learned about and participated in where it's just a diet in English, but of course they say it dieta, where you take something like that for the purposes of learning about the information from a certain plant, how it affects your body, And I have learned a lot that way. And so I think, one, it's really incredible that you were so young and had the intuition and the curiosity and the discipline to do that, because we learn so much when we do that. And the really cool points that I wanted to highlight was when you said it's about alignment. It's about alignment with our machines and the world and the universe at large. That was so beautiful for it to work efficiently. Be in alignment with that. You also said it sounds like quality over quantity was a big theme that was kind of coming out, where maybe we'll get more quantity and we can draw out our lives, but what's the quality there? Like your friend. And when we start noticing the quality decline, if we're in alignment with the universe, we are eternal beings that will live forever. So it's really more about the quality than the quantity. How are we living? What is our energy measurement? And I've heard you mention that before in your material and in other podcasts, that the nature, when we get to this story about what you noticed about your energy, that was the quality. That was sort of the measuring stick, right? That you were going off of in your lifestyle. So I wonder if you'd be willing to tell my listeners about what your brother said at dinner when you said, I'm gonna do raw and I'm gonna start like next month or something. And then will you get into like the marathons and the actual things that you've accomplished since then?
So this is when I told you about my teenager life. I,
Yeah.
I tried a couple of times. Even back here, when as an adult, also I tried a couple of times. Just salad 1 whole month.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2009, December 5th, we were celebrating our mother's birthday,
Okay.
and I ate. We were celebrating as my brother's place. So I ate, and at the party, I just casually said that, hey, you know what? I'm thinking to go on raw food from 1st of January, the New Year resolution,
Yes.
right? But then at that time, my brother-in-law said, hey, Akshay, you already ate. Today is your mother's birthday. What is in 1st January? And that clicked on my head, and I said, yeah, what is in 1st January? So from the 6th of December, no plan, nothing, I just went on raw food. And I started doing raw food. I was not knowing how far I'm going to go, whether 1 month, whether 3 months, whether 1 year. I was not knowing anything. But I just started. I was not 100% on raw food. I wanted to be, but because of the ignorance, I was not 100% raw food. But I tweak it very quickly. Within a year and a half, I was, kind of 100% raw food. So those, let's say in the morning with my green tea, I used to take a granola bar, which is not raw. In my dinner with the vegetable, I used to pour a little bit of pasta sauce. That is not raw, it's processed. So I eliminated. Granola bar is gone. Now I am taking only the walnut and almond. Since then, even instead pasta sauce, I am adding now homemade salsa. So that is something, small tweaking is necessary, but it's not. I tell people you don't have to be crazy like me and go for 100% raw food. You add whatever you want to add. Add raw food 20%, 30%, 50%, 70%, and see what happens to your body, and eliminate actually the poison five poison we take every day. Those are: one is refined sugar, refined salt, refined oil, any kind of oil, dairy, any kind of dairy, and grains. These are the five poison for our body. Now, if you take it out, this five poison, and you don't have to take it out overnight, everything at the same time. Try one by one. First month, you try to avoid sugar, refined sugar. Sugar in those fruits are okay. Then refined salt, then refined oil. Whatever your capacity, your listener have to understand, this is not punishment. This is something you are rewarding your body. So, as much as you enjoy, that much you are going to do more. So, don't do as a punishment, do as an enjoyment and see how it works. Everybody is different. Crystal is different than Akshay. My body is different than Crystal body. I know my body very well. You know your body very well. So, according to the adjustment to the body, as much as your body can take it, enjoy that and make those small changes. That's how I started in 2009, and still I'm enjoying it. I did 8 marathon. I'm going to run my ninth marathon next year with my son and daughter-in-law.
Wow. Okay, 8 marathons after you were 50
Yes.
and your ninth one next fall. Wow. That's incredible. I mean, I don't think that there's anybody listening who wouldn't say, I wish I could do that, or how can I get there? Just the belief in yourself and the feeling like you have enough energy to do that. That's incredible. And I love what you said about the experimentation with your own body and getting to know yourself, because that is the best testament to that. And I love that you're saying, look, let's not focus on the science, at least not in this podcast and all of these things, but how do you feel? How do you feel? That was so important and life changing to me when I started a physical asana practice with one of my gurus almost 20 years ago now. And she said to me, stop worrying about what it looks like and what you're accomplishing, but can you start having this relationship with your body about how does this feel? And I think that's just the biggest thing. Experiment with it and see how it feels. And even just listening to you, I'm so inspired. I have to cook this dinner tonight. My daughter's coming over with her new boyfriend, who might be her fiance soon. And I'm gonna make this really nice dinner for them. And I just feel like I need to have a lesson for my family and have more. Just switch out what I can for raw fruits and vegetables and salads and start talking to my family about it more. And it's not that we're super unhealthy, but it's that awareness, that intention, that education and teaching. And there's always more that we can do because I'm so inspired. I'm so inspired. How many times a day did you used to, or even I right now? I remember reading where you said like these 4 or 5 things, and I was like, that's me, like crash at 3 o'clock, right? Or don't have the energy when you wake up in the morning. And it's so kind of depleting, and depressing that you have to, like you said, take a detour and now go take care of my family as opposed to expanding and participating more in life. So I just feel really inspired to do that tonight and to experiment with my own body and take the energy and the mental capacity and the health as the feedback of if this is working for me. If you had to give us like just practical advice, if someone's listening and is like, oh my gosh, this feels so overwhelming, I literally have no idea. Okay, so I can take out 1 or 2 of these 5 poisons. That might be easier. But if you were to just switch some meals, what's that 20% that's going to make the 80% difference? Like, what
Oh,
logistically
huge difference.
would I add into the dinner or into my breakfast?
It is a huge difference. Let me just give you one more energy. Let's say you have a cell
Okay.
phone, and
Okay.
your cell phone is dying every 3 4 hours. You don't like that kind of cell phone. You don't
Right.
like you want once it's charged, you want the charge for 24 hour, 36 hour. Our body is also the same. If you are getting hungry and you're out of energy every 3 4 hours, 6 hour, 8 hour even, your body is not it is not charged properly. That the energy is not happening. And even if it is happening, it goes away. And so there is no a good mechanism of the energy conservation. So what you have to do is like even 20%, 30% difference is a big difference. It
Mm.
is intentional, first of all. First of all, before even anybody, your listener starts, the first important thing is you have to accept this, that there is something wrong and I want to make it right. If you
Mm.
don't accept this, it's like this. If the alcoholic person don't accept that this the alcohol is bad, is never going to quit. If the smoker is not going to accept that smoking is bad, he says no, everybody is good, is okay. So okay, keep smoking. That is the, and I don't want to waste my time to make him understand that smoking is not good. If he don't want to take care of his life, who am I to tell him? So I just tell, do whatever you like. This is your only life on this planet, and you are the owner of your life. You make the decision, and whatever decision you are making, get ready to for the consequences. Once
Mm.
you make that decision, then, and I'm also same thing, I used to be, as I said, I used to be like a pig. I used to eat so much, but now because of my, I changed my habit and I changed my lifestyle, I'm getting now better energy. I look like, even at 67 I look like 55. So that's the compliments I'm getting all the time. And it is not only the look, but the inside. And mentally, I'm thinking that, do more things, write second book, write third book, and doing the business and everything is so good. Keeping, doing the beekeeping, keeping taking care of my pond and garden, everything is require energy. So if anybody wants to do this, is start little bit, see the change, monitor the change, write down what happened, and but you have to do at least 3 4 week. Don't expect any change within 2 3 days. There's nothing is going to happen. So if you, whatever you decide, and you are deciding, you are making the rule. I don't follow me, don't follow Crystal, don't follow anybody. You are your own guru. Now you make the decision that, hey, okay, I can handle 20%. I will try for 20% of the raw food. And whatever form you want, in the morning, in afternoon, in evening, wherever, whatever. Don't worry about nutrition or anything. Just eat plant based raw food of your choice.
Mm,
Once
okay.
you do this, it means you are breaking the ice. You are now breaking the bad habits. Now you are at least more conscious. You are now the bad habit. It is hard to break the bad habit and go to the new good habit. It is very hard. So this will give you, because this is the food of your choice. You are not going for nutrition right now, and I can give you guarantee to anybody, nobody has died because of 3 4 week of eating their choice food. It is not going to happen.
Yeah.
So once you have that, then try to monitor that, hey, I had a better sleep, I had a better ball movement, I had a better energy, or whatever, I had not better energy. Or you write it down, you then follow, you analyze as an intelligent person, you analyze that, hey, this is helping me, this is not helping me. And then whatever is helping you, keep doing that more. That simple.
I love that. It's such beautiful advice, and it just is so enabling, gives the power back to the person who wants to experiment with it at the rate that they feel like they can access it. It's such beautiful advice. And your example, like I said, once again, the best thing is the inspiration from the example that you're living this, you're living what you wrote in your book. I'm excited if you write a second book and keep teaching and keep, telling us your experience. But before we end, I wonder if you'd expand a little bit more about your personal life that I just also find so inspirational and resonate with a lot because I really love nature. I really love animals. I really found a lot of healing in those things my entire life. Would you be willing to tell us a little bit more about like the sunlight, the gardening, the bees? Like, what does your life look like now that you've expanded into this and more things are coming to you and the things that you just love and enjoy now in your life?
So when you have a bad habit, there is going to be a domino effect.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing applies when you have good habit, there is going to be a domino effect. So one good habit will attract another good habit, will attract another good habit. Now you are getting all the better good habit, and not only you're enjoying that, you are going to get inspired. So let's say if you are a musician, and because of the now raw food, you are getting more better clarity for music, for every notes, your hearing ability will be more sharpened. It's like for me, my taste buds are now so different, it's so refined. I even smell much better than before. So everything, your whole body is getting better and better and better and better, including your brain, your mind. Your mind is going to, so when you have enough energy, is not only your brain is functioning well, but your mind is connecting. Now I can connect sitting here in Los Angeles and you are in Utah. I can connect with you with my mind. That kind of energy is going to happen, and that is the domino effect of the good effect. It is not in a bad way. So one thing is going to, so now you are going to have a better friend, the people who are like minded. So I am getting like minded people from all over the world. You are sitting in Utah, you never met me. I am sitting here in Los Angeles, and we are talking today about the health and wellness. So this is the domino effect. I have people in Africa, I have people in Australia, India, UK, everywhere. Now I am getting connected. So this is what happened. Just one this book allowed me to connect with the so many people, and now they understand that this book is not only just a book, is accepted by the Library of Congress, which is it's something which is they have very high bar. They don't want to keep any book in permanently in the Library of Congress. So they recognize that this book is going to help community in general. Is not only in US, not only in UK or in Australia or in India. It is globally this can make a change, and that is my goal. Is my goal is not to get a name, fame, money, popularity. That is not the goal. It will come, and if it comes, I will accept it gracefully. But I'm not chasing it. If it comes, it's fine. If not, it's fine. I did it. I see this way. I am living my last inning of my life. 67, maybe 20 year, maybe 5 year, maybe 10 year, who knows, maybe tomorrow. Whatever life I have, I want to give it back before I depart from this universe. So this is something which is in my mind, and no expectation, zero expectation. When I wrote the book, people were saying you are crazy. Who is going to read your book? Why you are wasting your time, money, energy? And I said, well, that's who I am. I am crazy. Okay, let me write a book and fine. Let's see. I published myself. I become a publisher. At 67, I opened the new company. People start winding up, people start retiring, and I'm doing the new business. I'm learning new things. Publication is not my cup of tea. But when I saw that it is so hard, so difficult to get book published, so I said, okay. And even not only the Library of Congress, but the Kirkus Review, which is like a gold standard, it is like a Grammy Award or Oscar Award. They gave me star review, which is only 2% of the book gets. Only 1 to 2% of the book who applies for that, they get it. So I feel myself very lucky. My the first book, and if this is the highest quality, I because I focused. I focused because I mean, again, it is like domino effect. I was telling you, because I have so much energy to accomplish work. Whatever work I am doing, I want to focus it. I want to complete it, and that is the domino effect. People are going to get it once they start raw food, then one after another, whatever field they are in, whether they are in business, in painting, in creative work, in doing job, whatever, and personal relation, your spouse will be happy, your kids will be happy, your neighbor will be happy, your parents will be happy, everybody will be happy keeping relationship with you. Now you feel all of a sudden that hey, your life is now more valuable because the people around you, they are so happy with you. This that that all of a sudden this is the newfound wealth you are going to get, social wealth. This is social wealth. That is something which is most of the people lacking, and that is lacking is like this. If you come from the work and you don't have energy, 6 o'clock you just crash on your couch and watch TV. And if your kid says, "Mom, make me this," or you become so irritated, and you no, I'm tired. Don't talk to me now. So that is the one sign of the bad relation. But if you have enough energy, now you are not crashing. Whatever you need you want to with your kids, with your pets, with your parents, with your spouse, whatever. You have abundance of energy, so you live the fullest of possibility of your life.
That's beautiful. And thank you for that reminder that our health is the most important and really the only true form of wealth that we have. And I love that example of the domino effect. Like I said, it's so inspirational. Who doesn't want that? And I have noticed that for sure. I can definitely validate that. That when I've been in those places, taking care of myself and eating raw, all of those dominoes do fall into place. And that's just such a beautiful reminder. Thank you for your work and wanting to give back and just following, the signs and omens in your inner guru to put your gift into the world in the way that feels the most right to you. And that's also another beautiful inspiration and example. Like I said, it inspires me to keep working on the things that want to come through me. And the reminder to point back to yourself, right? Take care of yourself and your health and be in alignment with the universe, and the other things will follow.
Yes,
Just
you are doing wonderful work. This is
thank
you are
you.
doing so good that
Thank
you
you.
are not just keeping yourself happy, but
Mm-hmm.
you are making difference, change in somebody's life. And
Yeah.
those stranger you don't know even, and you don't want praise from them. You don't want they clap you, or they give you some reward. You are doing this for eternal happiness, is the happiness which is for everybody. And that is something, the nice goal what you have. And yeah, I really appreciate what you are doing.
Thank you. Yeah, for your own satisfaction. That's the highest reward, too, right? Is feeling that satisfaction. At the very end, before I completely end, I just want to check in and make sure and see, is there any final message or something you want to share on your heart before we end?
So I tell this is my message for most of the time podcaster ask this question. And I tell, start listening to your body. Most of the people neglects. I was neglecting it till 50. So, and that's not right. So start listening to your body with awareness, with real intention, and make change. Whatever thing you think you can make the change and bring it to the little upper. Make your bar higher and higher and higher, and then it you see that how much difference it makes to your life.
Thank you. Where can we find you online and on your website? And I will put all that in the show notes. And if you guys are watching this on video, he's got his book behind him. If not, I'll drop it into the show notes. In Nature We Trust. I know that's trademarked. And where can the listeners find you?
So on Amazon, if you go and check for my name, Axay, last name Shah, Shah, and this book will pop up. Uh, if you go on Amazon again, and it's like if you check for In Nature We Trust book, this book with the green apple will pop up. And yeah, we have in a three format: digital, paperback, and hardcover. If you want to read my blog and you want to view videos, I put it there. You can go on my website, rawfoodist.com. I will spell it out: RAWFOODIEST.com. Extra E there for education. So, and in reality, I was not getting raw foodist domain. So I put extra E and I got it. So this is the two major. I have several other website and stuff, but this is two where you get maximum information.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. And I appreciate your time today. That's super fun. And good luck with all the things. I think I told you before, I want to be a beekeeper one day. So I may have to text you back up and ask you how.
Sure, sure. Yeah, anytime, anybody, of course, you are welcome, and yeah, we can even connect with each other with texting and email and stuff. You can call me anytime, but the viewers and your listeners, they can also contact me if they are stuck with something, if they need some help. I'm here to help you, everybody, and that's my mission. I want to see that anybody can get better health.
Thank you for listening. Thank you. Connect with me on Instagram at Crystal Zen Yoga. Subscribe on my website at crystalzenyoga.com to receive tools and practices for your holistic journey and to be the first to know about offerings, workshops, trainings, and retreats. We live in powerful times that require courage, bravery, compassion, authenticity, community, and grounding. You're not alone. Check out my free content, classes, and meditations on YouTube under Crystal Zen Yoga and have a beautiful day. Sat Nam.